Hello my beautiful people, it is Sherry Moulton back with another video. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, hello. If you're subscribed, welcome back. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I'm always getting something in the mail. This one I bought, oh my goodness. Amazon had these, so I will link this because, pardon the miss, sorry. There, it's done. This wasn't a bad deal. There was 10 geode molds and they were, I think it was 20, maybe $24 Canadian, and they're a nice size. So my thoughts are, they're all individually wrapped, so there's 10 of them. I am going to do a video on these and maybe a couple of different techniques. So what I'm going to do is we're going to just do, because with these you need to do a base coat, not coat, but a base resin of color, and then you come back and you do your penning or your relief stuff. So with that, I'm going to do a whole bunch. So being I have 10, I'll do 4 of one color, 4 of another color, and then I'll do 2 of another color, just to play around and see what's what. And I want to thank, is it Nina from Leadia Design for the inspiration, and go check her out. I've linked her stuff in before. She does amazing resin art and some coasters and stuff. So with that, my beautiful people, today's resin of choice is Krystal Resin. And Krystal Resin, I was trying to find the second one, it's part 2 too. And I'm using my respirator. I have my Dyson air purifier on, and I'm wearing my gloves. So when I mix my resin, I have all my PPE on. When I am coming back to do my video with you guys, the mask will be off so I can talk to you. That's my choice. I want you guys to all be safe, so please wear your PPE, and we're gonna get some resin mixed. I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, we are back. I have mixed up 12 ounces. I measured these. They're probably about 2 ounces in each one. So I thought I'd measure out, and I did 12 ounces. I have 10 coaster molds. I'm going to divide it into 3, and I have a little extra, and the little extra will go into my new favorite mold, the hearts, for my filling up of my extras. I have other favorite molds, but that's the one I've been using. So anyways, I'm going to do 4 with that amazing Rez Exsperssions Pearlescent Powder Pigment Blue Sapphire. So I'm going to do 1 of the 4 in that. Let me grab my spoons. It is just amazing. I love how my other coasters turned out, and I don't want it to be I want it to be not see-through, so I'm going to pour that in there. I'm hoping, using my amazing sticks that I have got from the wonderful, the amazing Krystal Resin. Should have put the paste in the bottom, or the pigment, and you get a better stir. Everything tends to get mixed a bit better. But I love these color, and I think it will pop. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh. So go check out Laura, go check out Michelle's shops in my description box to get your Rez pigments using my discount code. Laura is American distributor and Michelle is the Canadian distributor. There we go. So we have blue. Next, I would like to do my Galaxy Purple. again, Rez. This one is a pigment paste. Epoxy pigment paste. Oh my goodness, if I can get it open. So I'm gonna do the, open it sideways. The color is just amazing. So I'm gonna stir this with your pastes. You wanna make sure you give it a little bit of a stir, because sometimes they separate, especially down here in my basement because it's cold. It will also maybe go a little thicker than it normally should. So it's always good to give it a good stir. And I'm scraping off one side and leaving the other side. I don't want these to be transparent, so I'm gonna put that in there. I got it all over. I'm gonna leave it for 1 sec. We're gonna give it a stir. And if you need more, do not use the same stick that I just had. You want to use another stick just so that you don't get nothing goopy in there, because you don't want to ruin the whole container. Now I'm not sure. Yep, there we go. Beautiful purple. Oh my goodness, guys, these Rez products are amazing. All right, there we go. My gloves are all purple. And for the last little one, because I'm thinking these two I will do peacock feather on. And the last one, I'm thinking, Nia does a beautiful dandelion. Is it dandelion? So I thought I would do that in this one. This one's also Rez. This one is Pearl Powder Pigment. This one is Amethyst Dream. And again, such a pretty color. I'm just going to use the end of this. And again, I don't want it to be see-through, so I'm probably using more than what I need. All right. Well, I guess I will be using this one. Let me just give it a stir here. And my cups are dirty. I haven't washed them, so that's why I'm using these disposables, because I really am trying to go environmental with my resin stuff. And this is why I love these stir sticks from Krystal Resin, because they're amazing. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to show you, because I get questioned this also often. The little wooden boards that I'm using here, they're still, let me find them. They're still wrapped in the plastic. I get these at Dollarama. They are just a cheap cutting board. I'm wiping off my resin here because I dribbled. I try to keep the plastic on as long as I can. When they come off, my husband gets them as a TV tray. But this is what they are, the bamboo cutting boards for $4. I like them because when I'm done this, I can pick this up and I can put it on a rack. And my stuff doesn't need to be laying all over my table, so I can carry on with another project. Because, you know, you can't just do one thing at a time. We have to have multiple things going on. Make sure they're all even. So this one, I'm going to do the two purples, the two purples. We will do two of the purple with the pigment. I'm just going to use this little and wipe out there. But I will try and use that one as the, make sure they're even, because you don't want any lumps and bumps underneath. Your mold will come out in your finished product. So you want to make sure everything is even. It's not hanging off the edges. So all is good. I like to measure when I'm doing these type of things. I like to measure things out. So I'm gonna use my purple. This one I'm only gonna do 2. And this is a good way to tell whether my measuring is right. Where did I just put that? I just don't want to set these down on anything just because. Oh, there it is. Sorry guys. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna do my little ounce measuring cup. We're gonna start on this end. That's a pretty color. I think that dandelion would be cute on that. Now I'm gonna scrape all of this goodness out. And we're gonna let them just even itself out. Because all you want is a coat on the bottom. Because we're going to do a dimensional thing. And I'm just gonna, you know what, I'm gonna help it along. I'm just gonna use my stick, go from the center out. It'll always even back to the center. Since I've got my stir stick here, because as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna give it a wipe off, because you wanna keep these things I wanna keep clean, because I quite enjoy using them. And just this one little corner. Perfect. And this guy just needs this little one. And you know what? It'll even out by the time I'm done the other ones. But it's nice to have it. Give it a wipe. Look at that. Clean as a whistle. Okay, next one is, we'll do the other purple. Alrighty. I'm just going to use the same cup since it's purple already. And I'm hoping, oh, that is just so pretty. Like I said, I'm not completely emptying each cup because I want to make sure there's enough to go in each one, and then I'll even things out. And my resin is cold. Okay. Oh. Actually, I'm gonna get my heat gun, and you warm it up a little bit, it'll all spread out. So okay, so what I'm going to do is pour a little more in this. We'll even them out. Oh, I'm dripping. There's one. 2. I don't know why I just said 2. That's hilarious. Oh, I'll have to show you. I don't know what day this video is going up, but I've been playing around. Well, I'm not playing around. I guess I'm at work, but I'm doing something that I don't need. I can't leave my position from where I'm sitting, and I can't do nothing. So I brought my crocheting to do, and it's really crazy. I have done a as I call it, a hippie jacket. It's called a bohemian vest. Oh my goodness, I started it. Today is, for me, today is Saturday. I started it Wednesday, and I'm over halfway done. It's craziness how fast it went. I'm just a person, I can't just sit, so I gotta either, I don't know what it is, good or bad. But at the end of the video, I'll show you the bohemian. All right, let's just even this out, put some in there, put some in here, put some in here. That is just such a pretty color. And there we go. All right, again, I'm gonna wipe this one off, and especially this one because I had the pigment paste. It's hard to get off sometimes. All right, so 1, 2, 3, away. And now I'm going to, we'll do the heat gun again, just to get the bubbles out, and then we're gonna transfer. We're gonna swap out these, and it looks like I have something in them already, which is a pain in the behind. It is little pieces of dust from my basement. Make sure there's no color on this because I don't want light going in here. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna find a spot to put that. Here, let me move this. I'll put it over here for the moment. And bring this one up here, and we're gonna do the blue. And then we're gonna let them sit overnight, and then we'll have some fun with them. Here we go. Perfect. I have this one that's got, I was pouring out, it's just the solids, clear. 1. 2. 3. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. 4. Scrape that out. Grab my heat gun and warm that up. let's just try and get it all in the corners. There we go. Yeah, these molds, I'm hoping they work. It's a good deal. 10 for 20 something. All right, let me get, there's, I want to mix that in it. All right, here we go. Perfect. And one more. Awesome. So we'll even out this. This guy needs a little bit more. And this guy a little more. Oops. No. Perfect. And I will clean that off in a second. And we'll do one more little heat with the heat gun. And then I think that is that. We'll let them sit. Perfect. I am going to give them a spray with the alcohol, if I can find it, over here. I use isopropyl alcohol. Oh my goodness. 99%. It helps pop the bubbles instead of using the heat. So I'm gonna let these sit. I'm gonna cover them with my tent, my food saver tent, and then we will come back and get at making them look so much more prettier. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hello, so we are back. Our pre-pours are ready. These are, oh my goodness, Sherry. This is the Rez Sapphire. That is gorgeous color. And then this is the Rez as well. This is the Purple Galaxy one. And then this is also the Rez. This is the Amethyst. Now it's a bit more transparent. So I'm going to do something different with all of these. So what I'm going to do in my little brain, I thought I would do this video. And what I'm going to do is I will link, when I do the other 4 coasters, I will put the pouring in the beginning of that video. So I think that's what's going to happen. But I have to show you my issue with my flies. So I came down here. We're all covered with my tent that I get at the dollar store, food tent. And I come downstairs, I'm like, what in the heck is in there? I thought maybe a stone fell in it or something, but nope. I don't know if you can see it. There is a fly embedded in my coaster. There, you can see it now. But are you kidding me, right? Always something. So I'm gonna leave those for the purples and the amethyst. I'm gonna use those in a different video, which you will see at a later date. Today we're gonna just use these and we're gonna get on to making some peacocks. So it's a peacock theme. So this product, let me get a brand new one so we can actually see it, if I can see where I sat them. They're there. I was very, very fortunate. I was wanting to make stained glass with resin, and I was purchasing this stuff. I went into that little, I did it in shopping haul. If you watch my videos all the time, I went in and they had all of these. They were $1.25. So I bought all 4 that they had. And this is hilarious. This is what Nadia from Lila, I'm going to say it's so wrong, Leadia Design. This is what she uses to do the peacocks. So that is very hilarious. So now I have all of these to play with. So it is, let me read one that's not wrinkled. 68. It is Studio. It is Vitrea160, and it is a, let me, if I can find the transparent contour relief for glass liner. I will link it in the description box. And so with that, we are gonna go for something like this on here. And it's nicer because it is actually a bigger, rounder coaster. So we're gonna do one at a time. All right, here we go, here we go. Get a paper towel out because you want to make sure that it is, the tip is always clean. Now when you open this, you do have to cut the tip off. Now what I did is I just cut it off right where that line is, if that's helpful. And Michael's does sell this because that's where I purchased one before, because I was wanting to do the stained glass stuff. So before you put it on here, practice a little bit, guys, because it is a little bit of a technique that you need to figure out. It's all to do with the pressure, and you got to move it. Like, see how thick that line went? And when I was trying it earlier, it went thin. I prefer the thin as opposed to thick. So let's see how Sherry can do it. And this is the only reason why the plastic comes off, because I try to pick stuff that off. Okay, so I want these to come off of the edge. So we'll clean the end off. And we're gonna start over here. And you want to do one constant movement. Because the more you stop, that'll happen. Oh my, Sherry. All right, let's just try and take this and maybe work it down a bit. And then we're going to come from this side out this way to do the second part. I'm going to wipe it off. It's practice, guys. It's not perfect. But you know what? You can take it off. You can redo it at this stage of the game. So I want to do a couple of half circles. Enough that I can fill some with some glitter. And one more. Nina makes this look so easy. It is practice. And then we want to come through and make our little squigglies. You know what? I'm going to wipe it off because I'm not happy with it at all. And this is exactly what you can do. Wipe it off. Now's the time, if you aren't happy with it, before it dries. I'm just using a wet one. And this shows you not everybody is perfect. We all make mistakes. And you know what? I like to show you guys all my mistakes. And then that way you guys can figure out when something doesn't go right, how to do it properly. Like, not properly, but you know, it doesn't make you a bad person to do it over again. So, okay, here we go. Oh, look what I just did. That's hilarious. All right. Nope. All right. See, I'm showing you what not to do. I'm just going to keep wiping it off. Okay. It's the consistent. There we go. And then oh, well, that's better. I was trying to make it, all right, okay, bear with me. I'm gonna rub this off one more time. I know what I was doing. What I might do is we'll do one together and I won't pressure you to watch. We'll do two and I won't pressure you to watch all four. Because that's all my paper towel. I have to get more out. Okay, I was going up high. I'm gonna just put it on here. I was coming up high and letting it drip like this. What you want to do is, oh, maybe not. Just practice. Practice. And then just to get an idea of what you're doing to, I like the thinner lines, but, and then you can come back and do multiples. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this one will work. So I'm laying it on the canvas, right on the coaster. this up a little bit. And then come from here. See, I can get one side good, but it's the other side that's... Maybe I'll come from this way and bring it in. Woohoo! All right, then we'll start one here. And then another one. That's the trick, is to put it right on the coaster. All right. So we're gonna start down here because I put the eye up a little. The eye should be a little bit bigger probably. So we're gonna start doing the wigglies down here. I don't know, guys. It sure doesn't look like hers. I'm going to fix this curls here. Okay, let me just quickly dry that with my towel. Just gonna wipe off where I accidentally hit that. There we go. It ain't perfect. It is not perfect, sorry. But I'm gonna leave it at that, and as I get going, they might be better. See, I'm wondering if it's better to pick it up. No. See, I'm getting this line. Okay. Again, it's not perfect, but guys, you got to start somewhere. Try and fix this little wiggly part. All right. I don't know. So there's one. I'll torture you with one more. And let's go. I think if you just go and one smooth move as opposed to stopping and starting. Okay. Let's see, this one will do a bigger eye. Oh, it didn't work again. I want to get a bigger eye. It's the stopping and starting that's the hard part without getting these lines. I have this tool. Let's see if this will work to smooth out these. The stop and start drips. Then my finger hand gets stuck on the Oh, we're getting it. Oh, that's better. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so much better. Awesome. All right. Let me wipe off this little thing and then I'm just gonna, you're gonna get it all today. You're gonna get all 4 of them because they actually worked a little quicker than I thought it would be. I'm impressed. Okay, just gotta keep it clean and a quick motion. And I'm gonna get a bigger eye so I can get more glitter. Okay. Awesome. Now I might come over, because these you want to be a little bit thicker, because you want the resin to, not resin, but the glitter to stay separate. So this part I want thicker. There. Okay, now we will do that. I like the wispiness of that part, so let's see if we can do it again. Oh, we have a little bit of, okay. All right, here we go. I think the trick is to work cohesively and kind of quickly, if that makes sense. Don't stop and start. Just, you're gonna go with it, just go right through. Yeah, this way, I gotta go this side. And you got to keep wiping it off. That's why I'm getting... Awesome. That looks so much better. All right, last one, guys. They're getting better as I'm going. Woohoo! All right. Start at the bottom. This one I want thicker. My goodness, the coaster's so big, it's hard to... Because this is the line I want to be thicker to keep the glitters in separate. Oh my goodness. Perfect. All right, wipe it off. And here we go. I start squeezing. When I put my tip on the line, I start to squeeze before I leave, and I'm not getting as many as like this conjoint. Oh my goodness, Sherry, where I actually put, here, let's just fix that. I'm not getting the blobs. Actually, while I see this, I'm gonna kind of touch that up. There we go. Okay. But you got to keep brushing it off every couple of things you do. Oh, I'm bending the tip. What the heck, Sherry? Okay. I think that's good. I don't want to play too much more. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy they turned out. So we're gonna let this portion dry. This is the first one. You know what? I'm gonna try and, now that I've done it like this, I'm gonna try and do a little bit more. There. I'm happy. Alrighty guys, we're gonna let this dry and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna pick out some glitter colors to do our center parts. Woohoo! There we go. I'll show you in each one. There's one. And again, they're not perfect, but you know what? I think once you get the glitter in there, they'll look nice. I like it because how the first one, it was so thick. I like the wispiness because that's exactly how a peacock feather is wispy. But this one here I think is my favorite. They were getting better as I was going. All right, guys. So I will see you when this is dry and we'll get some glitter on there. See you in a bit, guys. Hello, we are back. Our coasters are dry. They look amazing. I'm loving the background color. So I have been pondering which glitters to use. So I love this color. This is the Shifting Seas, and I think that would be the best in the eyes, like the main part of the feather. And then I thought I would do, this one is Blueberry Sparkle. I don't know if you can see, I'm hoping you can see in there. And then I'm using the new one I just got. This one is the Diamond Pink. It's a bit chunky. So I'm hoping that works well in the big part. I might separate these two and put the pink in the middle, but I think those three are my glitters. I'm gonna put my lids back on them. I just wanted to show you how pretty they were, so I don't make a mess everywhere. So I've got out some little plastic cups. I remove. I love how they turned out wispy. Very pretty. I'm gonna flip them this way so we can get at the glitters. I'm using, this is the Dura Clear, I'm reading upside down, gloss varnish. You can use, I personally think you can use the Mod Podge for this technique. You could also use the liquid glass. You could also probably, because there's a barrier, you could probably even use the resin. So it's whatever you prefer. And you want this part to be pasty, but not too pasty. So I'm gonna, a good dollop, because we have 4 coasters to do. And I'm gonna get out my little spoons. Somebody was asking where I got these little spoons. These came on Amazon when I purchased, I was trying to do Fiona's flowers, and with that I purchased the little cups, and that is what came with the little cups. So they were an add-on extra thing. So I don't know what to tell you with that. So I'm gonna give it a good spoon. So remember, this one is gonna be in here. I'm gonna break up the 2 colors. So I think that one's gonna be in there. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a stir, and we'll see where we go from there. Actually, maybe I think these ones will be better. I got so many different little wooden sticks, so I think this one would actually be a little better to use. Like I said, you want it to be thick, but you want it to be able to lay in there as well. So I think that consistency is pretty good. Now maybe a tad bit, whoops, a little bit more. I'm gonna do a half a spoon. And then the Shifting Seas is only a little one, so I don't need a whole lot, but we're in the oh my gosh side, and this one is a fine glitter. And that looks pretty. I may put just a tad bit more just to thicken it up a little bit. That is such a pretty color, and I thought this was the perfect color for the eye. How it's all that holographic-y kind of. And then we're gonna do the blue. I want to make sure I got it right. Blueberry Sparkle. And this one is a bigger one, so we're gonna put quite a bit in there because we may have to add more of the gloss varnish in it. Woo! Now looking at this, I'm thinking I might put more. We'll see, because I don't want it to be, once you get it on, you don't want it to be transparent. So when this dries, I'm going to move these down here so I don't spill them. And we're just going to start, we'll do number 1 and see how it goes. Want it to go, but not over top of the gold. I want to spread it out before it goes over. And I was trying to have a thinner line, so these ones, the next time I do it, I will come over and I will do another coat of the gold. Whoop, my board moved. You can get, you can use a little paintbrush as well, but I figured I would try this and see. And then I don't have another tool to wash. There, I think that's perfect. Let's do 1 coaster and see what it looks like. This one, that's 2 healthy scoops. And this is a chunky glitter, so I'm thinking that I may not have to put down as much because the glitter will lay flat, I'm hoping. Yeah, the barrier wasn't as high on this one. Now this one is good. So we'll see. I'm hoping it doesn't blend together. Now I need a little bit more in here. And it's blending together here. Poop-a-doop. Oh well. Let me see if I can rectify that. I've got my little Oh, there we go. These little silicone tools are amazing. And try to come over that gold line. That's craziness. Well, I'm gonna let it do its thing right there. Actually, this tool would probably be better to use than the other one. I'm gonna let it go, and then as it kind of solidifies a little, I'll bring it back, hopefully. And here we go with the blueberry. And I'm going to use this tool. Actually, I don't know why I didn't use this before. And you know what? Even if it does, as long as it doesn't marble together, I can kind of come back and do a gold line on there as well. Actually, this silicone brush works amazing. Let me just wipe the end of this off so I can. There we go. And I'm gonna make sure I got the right color. And we're just gonna go over the end up here. This is going to be pretty. Oops, almost knocked that over. This one. Bring it to the edge down here. Perfect. Now I feel so bad about that gold. If I can just keep the colors separated, I can come back after. But I think that's pretty. So, now's the time. If you want to fast forward, you are more than happy to fast forward because we are going to proceed with all of it. All right, let me do what I think part of this issue was. Maybe there was not thick enough. So I'm going to put a little more glitter in this. This is the Shifting Seas. There, all right. We'll do 1 dollop. Actually, we'll just go ahead and do 1 dollop in each. Maybe it'll work its way out itself. All right. I quite like using this silicone brush. It's better than a paintbrush. Oh my goodness. Now, I don't know how good it would be to pick up and paint on, but for what the application I'm doing right now, it is good. This glitter is so pretty. It almost matches my nails. My daughter and I went and had our nail. We had a daughter date. Mother-daughter date the other day. Perfect. Might as well do all of these while I'm going. Perfect. Number 2. And you can see the difference, like when you I added the more glitter. I think it was. Ooh, what is that? There you go. Perfecto. Awesome. All right, now we will do the pink. And again, I'm thinking I might need to put some more glitter in this to kind of thicken it up a bit. There, so it's kind of runny, but not really. I'll do 1. this one out because I don't want it to go over the gold. Try and spread it out quickly. In there. You can tell when I'm concentrating, I'm quiet. There, there's little gaps, but I'm gonna leave it just because I don't want it to go over like this one did. And actually, it's not bad. I'll just come back in there once this is dry and see if I can do a little bit of a lining in between. And this is why I like doing everything without fast forwarding, because mistakes happen and you want to know how to fix things. So always, I check my battery. It's always good, and it doesn't stay for long. It doesn't take much for them to go dead. So anyways, we're gonna keep on doing this. This one I'm actually gonna put a little bit more. Perfect. Perfect. Well, I just want to get as close as I can without getting it there. So that one's good. Oops, maybe I'll get up here a little bit better. I want to go right to the edging. All right, we're going to swap them out. What is that stuff? There's like little white stuff floating around. All right. Okay, a little bit more. Drag it in there a little bit easier. There we go. And to just get it up in, I don't know if you can see it, but you want to push it right up against the mold. I'll lift it up to see if you can see it, but so I don't know if you can see, but right here you want to push it right up against the mold, just so that it's nice and even. All right, last color, guys. And then we're gonna let this beauty dry. That's the shifting seas. See, these colors are so close, it's hard to tell which one's which. All right, this one is the blue, the Beauty blue. And we will go oh, I may have to mix some more of this one. Get out every last drop. I'm hoping. All right. And this is the thinner. This is the fine glitter, so I think it'll be good. Just gonna move it around. The switch ends. Oh, and I don't want to waste what's on here. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. It's going to pick it up. Let's get to the edges and then it will self-level out. Push it out to the edging as far as I can. try and come back and kind of a little choppy thing with this, just to break up where some of the main lines are. Oh, I don't want to wipe all this off, but I got to go over this. There, fixed it. Pretty, oh my goodness. All right. Oh, let me get this gold as well on this over here. I'm making a mess already. I don't want it to dry, and I do have a little thing of, I had a little thing of Q-tip down here, and I don't see it at the moment. We're gonna proceed. Pretty. And then once these are finished drying, we're going to fill up the mold with some clear, plain clear old resin for a top coat. Up. Just kind of chop in where I had those little lines. Perfect. Look at that. Amazing. Beautiful. One more to go, guys, and then we are done, so to speak. All right, let's get up here into the... Perfect. Whoops. This way. almost done. It's a Peacock bling bling week. Last week was the feather. This week is another feather of a different kind. Look at that, just enough. And then I'm going to try and drag this up here, and then we are done. Perfect. See, and it's self-leveled out. Remember, I was worried about the little marks. Like, as long as you get it to that barrier, you are good. Awesome. Let's see, I'll show you. I love how the wispiness of these turned out. So let's put this way. Oh, I get a little piece of glitter there. Remove that. Amazing, guys. Like, look at that. Woo. All right, so we're gonna let this dry. Should take about maybe 2 hours. And then we'll come back, and when I come back, I will have my resin mixed up. And again, like the back coasters, it is Krystal Resin. I will have my Dyson air purifier on. I will have my mask on. And when I come back, my mask will be off because I'm going to talk to you. And I will see you guys in a few minutes. Hello, we are back. I am all mixed up. I have mixed up 8 ounces of resin because I have something else I want to finish off. But for this, I was assuming there was 2 ounces in each of these coasters. I'm pretty sure I poured 1 ounce in the bottom. So with that, we're going to use my measuring cup, and we're going to do 1 ounce on top of each. Crazy how that brings up that glitter. One more to go. And I'm just gonna look and see if I need to adjust a little bit more in there. We'll see. I think I need a little bit more in this one. What I'm going to do is fill this up, and we're going to that's perfect. This one, add of glad I went extra because it's basically almost too full in each one. These coasters take a lot. And I want it full, but I don't want it, like I want it domed, but not over domed, if that makes any sense at all. I'm just looking on the sides and seeing, okay, now that one I don't need to put, I put more in this one. And then I think we're done. Cool. Okay. Oh my goodness, they look beautiful. They look beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna take my heat gun. I did warm up my resin, but there are bubbles. So I'm gonna take my heat gun and just give it a little bit of a heat. Time. And now we're going to finish it with the alcohol ink, which is, where did I put? I always lose everything. So we're going to spritz the 99% alcohol. Helps pop all of the bubbles. I'm just making sure I've got nothing stuck in, which is good at the moment. And I see some bubbles. I just want to grab this little tool. I see bubbles along the edges. You want to bring them out. Those will leave little holes in your finished product, and you don't want that. And I'm using this little silicone stir stick that my co-worker Sandra got me. You can see these little bubbles. All right. Perfect. Oh, there is something there. I thought I saw something. And some bubbles here. Just bring them to the surface. And using this silicone tool, you can rub like crazy against your molds and you're not going to have any damage to them. All right, I'm going to come back in with another spritz of alcohol. Watch all those little bubbles move. I think that's that. I'll bring you up, take a peek. That looks so pretty. All right, we're gonna let that dry overnight, and I will see you amazing people in the morning. Bye. Hello, we are back. Oh my goodness. These look amazing. Oh, I'm impressed. Look at that. Beautiful. Love that color. Actually, I like these molds. I will link them. They're from Amazon as well. Look at that glitter. Woohoo! Now, as far as these, it takes practice to get all of those beautiful lines all even. I love that. One more, and then each one is different, which I like that idea as well. And I think I did better on the, as you're going. Now, I'm tempted, do I do gold leaf on this? All right, let's pick this one up. We'll do some gold leaf. And this one I like. We're just gonna do this, has a little bit of a lip. I'm just gonna follow the edge. Just put my hand on it. I'm sorry. I know you can't see the beautiful coaster, but I don't want to put my hand. I wasn't sure about this end of it, but I think it does. It finishes it off nicely. What do you think, guys? Finish it off nice, eh? Alright, so I'll do the top on all four, and then I will finish off the sides. These are beautiful. So I have to play around. Now, in the beginning, I did other coasters as well. I won't be finishing those off in this video. I'm going to be, sorry, I didn't want to put my hand in it. I'm going to do a second video with the purple coasters, and I'm going to do something different on those. So you can look forward to that. It'll probably be next week's video, one of next week's videos. Perfect. Oh, that just looks so pretty. There we go. I love these pens. These are nice. Woohoo! Almost. And one more. I think those are beautiful. These are endless ideas, guys, with these marker pen, or the relief pens that you can, that I use to do the peacock feather to draw on. It is endless. You can do wording, you can, if you're good at letter. Go figure. I goofed right word. There. Yeah, you can draw words, you can even do like anything. It's kind of crazy. And I think the gold is, oh no, I guess it looks the same. I was going to say sometimes the golds are a little off color shades, but this is good. Perfect. There we go, guys. Love, love, love. Look at these again. Those glitters are just freaking amazing. So with that, my beautiful people, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. Hit the bell for notifications. And double check if your bell is on, because sometimes they, for some reason, take it off. I don't know why, because even people that I've been watching, I'm like, I haven't seen them in a while, and that's what I'm finding is, for some reason, the notification bell has been unclicked for some reason. So check it out, make sure it's on, so you can get notifications of my next video. And yeah, with that, in my description box, I have my links to my Amazon shops. I have the links to my Facebook page. I have the links to Krystal Resin, which is the resin that I used here today. I also have the links to TriArt Liquid Gold, TriArt Liquid Glass, also the links to Fundy molds. I have a discount code for that. It's in my description box. And save the best for last, I have the links to my two Rez distributors. My Canadian one is Michelle from Artworks Resin Canada. I have a discount code for her for 10% off. It is capital S, Sherry, capital M, Moulton, 10%, and get 10% off your order. And Laura from Laura's Art Corner, where I got these amazing glitters. And also she's the American distributor for Rez. I have a discount code for her. Capital letters, Sherry Moulton, 10%. and get 10% off of her shop. So with that, my beautiful people, my long-winded exit. Also, my PayPal link is in the description box. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one. I hope you have an amazing Sunday. Love you guys. Bye.